Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Homage to our teacher, most venerable Pinnacle Swami Mahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, when we follow the Dhamma path, we have to, in order to escape from bad destination, we can get the guarantee for escape from bad destination. Hell, animal world, ghost world, asura world. So we have to achieve the first fruit, the sotapan, right? The stream entrant. Until that point, we are not guaranteed that we escape from bad destination. There's a possibility we will be born into heavenly world, but we are not escape from bad destinations, right? So now, during the Buddha's time, there was a disciple in the Sakyan clan, right? So he had the trouble, keeping the precepts. He always broke the fifth precept. What is the fifth precept? Taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. He couldn't keep that, precepts. So he was breaking that precept. So then he died, right? So after his death, Buddha said, his name was Sarakani. Sarakani became stream entrant, and he confirmed that he won't be born into bad destination. He will finish his journey with enlightenment. Then everybody surprised, right? Everybody heard this one. Everybody did not like. All the Sakyan clans, they start to discuss why this happened, why they do that, why Supamda said this one. Now today we are going to that this very interesting sutta, which is in Samyutta Nikaya Connected Discourses. We are going to discuss that this sutta, right? I'm going to share with you that sutta. This is Sarakani Sutta. Okay, it happened at Kapilavatthu. The Kapilavatthu is the place all the Sakyans, they had the city of that Supreme Buddha city, right? The birthplace of the Kapilavatthu, city of Kapilavatthu. Now on that occasion, Sarakani, the Sakyan, had died. Sarakani Sakyan, he died, and the Blessed One had declared him to be a stream enterer, no longer bound to the nether world, which is bad world, and fixed in destiny with enlightenment as his destination. Somebody became stream entrant, his destination either, so he can be born maximum only 7 existence. Then after that he will be enlightened. Or that is called Sattakatta Parama. 7 times he will be born. Or Kolankola, 2 or 3 times he will be born again before he became enlightened. or Ekabija. In the next existence, he will be enlightened. Right? There are three types of stream entrant. Okay. What is the difference between this one? Why that someone is going 7 existence, 7 times they will be born before? There's no eighth existence for somebody became stream entrant. Why somebody that became kolankola, the 2 or 3 times they were born, and some disciples why they will be born only once? Is there a reason for this one? Right? There's no reason that out of the blue, so it just happened. There should be a reason, right? Reason and cause, right? What is the reason? Because they are spiritual faculties, right? That's the difference between all these different types because of their spiritual faculties. What are the spiritual faculties? Faith, energy, right? Then mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. Saddha, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Prajna. Because of their spiritual faculties, internal spiritual faculties. Only Buddha had the ability to see all these spiritual faculties. When he sees the person, he knew that Buddha knew. Buddha could observe his spiritual faculties. Buddha knew what are the things to say in order to develop his spiritual faculties. For example, you know Chula Pantaka Bante, right? Chula Pantaka Bante, he couldn't even memorize the 2 lines of stanzas. However, right, his brother asked him to go home because he couldn't, and he was crying, but he came to know that he was crying in the monastery, and Buddha came and brought him and gave one of the, that white cloth to, that rub it, rub it saying Pajoharam, that removing dirt. When he was doing that, all of a sudden, he concentrated and he became enlightened. Why is that? Because Buddha knew that. Buddha could see, Buddha could scan and see the spiritual faculties. Because previous existence, one time he was a king. As a king, he mounted on an elephant, and when he was in the parade observing the city as a king, he was sweated, and he wanted to wipe it, and he used white clothes. And when he wiped his face, what happened? So all of a sudden, this white cloth became dirty. He developed the, that, earlier it was very clean, now it became dirty, so it is impermanent. He developed the perception of impermanence. However, he forgot after that. It developed his internal faculty, but Buddha could see that. That's why Buddha gave him the white clothes, right? So the ability to see. So then the stream enterer or stream entrant, there are 3 categories. Now here he died, but Buddha declared he was a stream entrant. No longer bound to the netherworld, fixing destiny, with enlightenment as his destination. Then thereupon, a number of Sakyans have met and assembled and deplored these, grumbled and complained about this, saying, so they didn't like. All the Sakyans didn't like. It is wonderful indeed, sir. It is amazing indeed, sir. Now, who here won't be a stream enterer when the Blessed One has declared Sarakani, the Sakyan, after he died, to be stream enterer, with the enlightenment as his destination? So they knew that Sarakani, the Sakyans, was too weak for training. He drank intoxicating drink, right? Because that's what they knew. They knew that he was taking intoxicants and he was breaking the 5th precepts, right? And there was a big argument about this sutta recently, even in Canada as well. And some people, they try to follow Sarakani, right? Right. So so this is the Sarakani. What happened when you read this one, that you will understand. Then that time, their leader, the Sakyan's leader, was Mahanama Sakyan. Who is the Mahanama Sakyan? He was the older brother of Anuruddha Bhante. Anuruddha, great enlightened monk's brother. So the Mahanama, the Sakyan, approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, sat down to one side, and reported this matter to him. Then he said to him, right? So, and because the king came to know about this one, they are talking about this, about these things about Buddha. He didn't like it, so he went to see the Buddha. Okay, then Mahanama. Then Buddha said to Mahanama, when a lay follower has gone for refuge for a long time to the Buddha, right? So for a long time to the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha, how could he go to the netherworld? If somebody went refuge, Buddha and Dhamma and Sangha, is saying that Buddha is asking how he will be born into bad destination. Okay. For if one speaking rightly were to say if of anyone, he was a lay follower who had gone for refuge for over a long time to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, it is of Sarakani. So if we can get the example, somebody for a long time went refuge Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, it was Sarakani. It is of Sarakani. Then Buddha explained that this that Sakyan, that one could rightly say this. Mahanama, Sarakani the Sakyan had gone for refuge for a long time to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So how could he go to the netherworld? If somebody has gone refused to Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, Buddha is saying here, he won't be born into bad destination, right? Into hell or ghost world, animal world, right? Asura world. So now here, Buddha is saying, here Mahanama, some person possess confirmed confidence in the Buddha. Thus, right? You know that there's a Akaravati Saddha, Amulika Saddha. That what is the Amulika Saddha? In that faith, there's no roots. That's why. You know that if there's any tree without roots, there's a possibility it will collapse any time for even in a small wind. So that Akaravati Saddha, it is well established faith to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So now here Buddha is explaining, here Mahanam, some person possess confirmed confidence in the Buddha. Thus, the Buddha, the Blessed One is the qualities of the Buddha, right? Do you remember the qualities of the Buddha? Let me, refresh the knowledge. So this is Buddha explained that all these qualities of the Buddha, right? We know that there were 9 qualities of the Buddha. Okay, the first one, Arahant. What is the meaning of Arahant? So Arahant means he totally eradicate lust, hatred, and delusion, right? He eradicated. He is free from defilements. That's the meaning of Arahant. Okay. And Samma Sambuddho, right? Second, because we chant every day when we worship that Itipiso Bhagava Arahant, right? What is the meaning of Samma Sambuddha? He understood Four Noble Truths without any teacher or any guidance, right? And taught to the world, Samma Sambuddha. And Vijjacharana Sampanno, endowed with knowledge and virtue, because he had psychic powers, he had the ability to see the past lives of beings, right? Any beings without any limitation. He could see the appeared from died from here, appeared from somewhere else, depending on the good or bad karma. He had great psychic powers. He could hear any sounds, or these far and close. He could see anything, any subtle things he could see, right, close and far. And he could read others' minds. Okay, so, and he could appear that 1,000 of Buddha and appeared as one. He could penetrate walls and mountain without any problem. He could sink in the earth, same like we are sinking in the water. He could walk on water, right? And he could touch suns and moons without any trouble. He could speak to other world systems. And he knew that knowledge that eradicated his own defilements, right? On the unwholesome things, right? So, and that's why, and also whatever he taught, he lived after he became Buddha at the age of 35, the rest of the 45 years, he lived according to that. So that's why endowed with knowledge and virtue, and followed the noble path. He followed the noble path and became enlightened. That is why called Sugato, Lokavidu. And he understood all the Brahma world, Heavenly world, and human world, all the bad worlds. And he understood that beings will be born into 4 types of birth. That egg-born, moisture-born, and spontaneous born, and born in a womb, right? So, and he escaped from all these world systems. He understood, he escaped from that. That is why it's called Lokavidu. Anuttara Purusadhammasarathi, the peerless trainer of persons. He could tame the people without any trouble, right? So, and for example, Angulimala, using few words that he could tame that. Okay. So the teacher of gods and humans, Sattva Deva Manusan, he taught all the devas from early morning, after two early morning, that so he taught the devas as well. He was the teacher of the devas. And enlightened one, Buddha, because he understood 4 noble truths without any teacher, and he could teach to others with simple and understandable manner, right? With the similes. You can see that when we study, always he gave some similes, right? Understandable similes. So that's why it's called Buddha. And Bhagava, he was fortunate to have this above all these qualities. He was fortunate to have great wisdom. He was fortunate to have the great compassion, right? So that's why he called Bhagava. So this is the 9 types of Buddha's qualities. Then another one is the qualities of Dhamma, his teachings. Well expounded is the Dhamma by the Blessed One. It's called Swakhato, right? Swakhato means there's, it is well preached. Everything, every word came out from his mouth. It's well preached. Nothing to edit. Right? And we know that other philosophies, others teachings, they are editing, right? Sometimes contradiction. The beginning and middle is not matching. Middle and end not matching, and the starting and end is not matching, right? So therefore, his teaching is swakhato, is well preached, right? Nothing to edit, right? Nothing to introduce different kind of suttas, right? So he preached all these things with the wisdom, right? Every word, behind every word, there are 1,000 enlightened monks, Directly visible, Sanditiko, can visible here, Sanditiko, right? And unaffected by time, Akaliko. So it is true for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's called Akaliko, right? So it does not change with the time, right? So in the Buddha's time, previous Buddha's times, the same Dhamma. And in the future Buddha's time, it will be the same Dhamma teaching. It's Akaliko, unaffected by time. It is not like a software, so you have to train for different versions, right? And with time pass that it will give that new versions, right? So it doesn't change that. Okay, and ehipassiko, calling one to come and see. So it is ehipassiko, it's open to everyone. They can come and see, right? It doesn't matter whatever the religion, whatever the faith you have, whatever the place of origin, whatever the language you speak, it is open to everyone. You can come and see. Open Aiko, you can understand this one to by yourself, not from others, right? So always Dhamma is to understand, not from others, from yourself, right? And Pachattam Vetabo Vinyuheti. So everyone will understand according to the level of their understanding. Somebody will be stream entrant, somebody will be once returner, not returner. Likewise, they will understand the things according to their level of the knowledge. It is same like there's a the pile of soil. Somebody will come that with the different containers. They will bring with the containers according to their size. Right? Some people bring small amount, some people bring big amount. Right? Likewise, that this is the 6 qualities of Dhamma and 9 qualities of Sangha. Right? What is the first one? Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. So all the community of monks, they are following to eradicate lust, hatred, and delusion. Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho. They are following 8 noble path, the straight path. Okay, Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho, the wise conduct, that they are following the path to understand 4 noble truths. And Samichi Patipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho, that they discuss the Dhamma, they preach the Dhamma to others, they spread the Dhamma around the world, right? Samichi Patipanno. And when you compare as an individual, those 4 pairs of persons, as you know, that if you consider as pairs, 4 pairs, how is 4 pairs? As an individual, 8 persons. Someone is following to be stream entrant, somebody became stream entrant, 1 pair. Somebody is following to be once returner, somebody became once returner. Right, this 1 pair. Somebody is following to be non-returner, so somebody became a non-returner. Somebody is following to be enlightened, somebody became enlightened. So 1 pair. These 4 pairs and 8 individuals. So they are worthy of offerings, Ahuneya and Pahuneya. They are worthy of hospitality. So you can go far away as worthy of offerings, going far away. And when they come to your home for alms round, Dakineya. So it's worthy to offer, right? Anjali Karaniya. So worthy for reverential salutation. What's the reverential salutation? Reverential salutations that can palm together, right? An incomparable field of merit for the world. Anuttarang Punyaketan Lokasati. Oh, these are the qualities, 9 qualities of the Sangha. Okay, now by understanding all these qualities, right? It's an Buddha's 9 qualities and 6 qualities of Dhamma, 9 qualities of Sangha. So they have unshakable confidence in them, right? So now here Buddha is saying, right, explaining all these qualities. The Blessed One is teacher of Devas and humans, the Enlightened One, the Blessed One, and so in the Dhamma and Sangha, right? He's now Buddha is going to explain here. So about 1 person, right? Some person possessed confirmed confidence in the Buddha. Thus, he has unshakable confidence in the Buddha Dhamma, and Sangha. And he is one of joyous wisdom, of swift wisdom, right? So, and he has attained liberation. He liberated, right? By destruction of all taints. In this very life, he enters and dwells in the taintless liberation of mind, liberation by wisdom, liberation by mind, Panya Mukta, right? Panya Mukta, wisdom, liberation of wisdom, right? And liberation of mind. Yeah, Chitta Mukta, right? Realizing it for himself with the direct knowledge, this person, Mahanama, is freed from hell, animal realm, and domain of ghosts, freed from the plane of misery, the bad destination in the world. Now, Buddha is explaining this person. He had unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. He destroyed all taints and he liberated and he escaped from all the bad worlds. And who is this one? This person? No? Sorry? No, this one of the person. Sotapanna? Why that? He said that, Sotapannas, are they liberated from everything? No. Okay, let's go to
Arahant.
Arahant. Arahant. So let's go to another slide source. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay, you know that 4 stages, right? What are the 4 stages? One is Sotapanna, which is called stream entrant. Second one is once returner, Sakadagami. Why it is called once returner? They will come to this world only once. Then after that, they will be understanding noble truth. They become enlightened. Non-returner, they won't come to this world. They will be born into only 5 Brahma worlds. Anagami, 5 pure abodes. Avhiya, Atappa, Sudassa, Sudassi, Akanittaka. Then other one is Arahant. Okay. Now, other 2 stages before becoming instrumentant, this faith follower, which is called Saddhanusari, Dhamma follower, Dhammanusari, right? All these 2 stages before they becoming Sotapanna, right? You have to come to these 2 stages, one of the stages before we became Sotapanna or stream entrant. Now let's see this one. Okay. Everybody can see this one? 10 fetters. It is called Sangyojana. Okay, Sangyojana, if somebody, you can, we have that all the 10 fetters, right? Then fetters, this Sangyojana. The first one is Sakkaya Ditthi. Sakkaya Ditthi is identity view. Then second one, Vicikiccha, you have doubt of Dhamma, right? You have doubt whether it is right or wrong, and whether the Buddha said this way. Maybe later on that somebody gave that different definition. You have doubt, Vicikiccha. Yes.
Could you go back to identity view?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Oh, Sakkaya Ditthi, identity view. There are 20 types of identity view. I will come back to that later. And there's I am, mine, myself view, 20 types. Okay. And doubt. And distorted best actions, Silabbata Paramasa. So some people, they follow different types of practices, like they gave up clothes, they became naked ascetics to follow the Dhamma path. They thought this is the way to achieve liberation. They give painful exertions their body, and some ascetic, they slept on the nailed bed. and without eating, and there are different kind of austerities, right? It's called Sīlabbata Paramasa. Then sensual desire, right? Kamaraga and ill will, Vyapada, right? So this 5 things is called upper fetters. What are the upper fetters? Identity view, doubt, distorted grasp actions, sensual desire, ill will. Okay, so somebody became stream entrant. These 3 things will be destroyed, right? Identity view, doubt, distorted grasp actions. These are the 3 things we bind to the lower world: hell, animal world, ghost world, and asura world. Okay. So, and also that somebody became stream entrant, there's no way to he does sensual desire, ill will to be born into bad destination or hell. There's no way to he will be raping the people. That that there's no way that with the ill will they kill their mother and father, other people, right? So they don't have sensual desire. That they have sensual desire, but their sensual desire is not bringing them to the bad destination, not harmful. The ill will, they will get angry, but it's not harmful. Okay. So these 3 things, when somebody destroy these 3 things, this is called, he was called Sotapan, right? Stream entrant. If somebody destroy all these things and he reduce sensual desire and ill will, he is called Sakudagami, once return, right? Once returner. And somebody destroy all these 5 things is called upper fetters. Anagami, non-returner. He won't be coming back to this world, right? Somebody destroy all these 10 fetters. Yeah, he is Arahant, these upper fetters. Last 4 forms, last 4 formless, conceit, restlessness, and ignorance, right? But in Pali it is called Ruparaga, Aruparaga, Mana, Uddacha, Avijja. All these 10 things, right? Yes.
Sexual desire is under sensual desire or lust for form?
Oh, lust for form?
Sexual desire, is it under sensual desire or lust for form?
No, lust for forms is something else.
Oh.
Right? Lust for forms, because of this lust for forms, you will be born into form world. Right?
Oh.
The lust for formless, because of this attachment, this fetter, you will be born into formless world. Right? You know that there are 4 types of formless world, right? Right? What are the formless worlds? Infinite space, infinite consciousness, nothingness, neither perception nor non-perception. All these 4 worlds, formless world. And form world, all the Brahma worlds. 16 Brahma worlds, yes.
Could you explain restlessness a little better? Because in my view, restlessness could be a positive thing. If you're restless to learn Dhamma and so on, which could be a restlessness, a desire to or thirst for. And here, obviously, it looks like a negative. So maybe you can explain Uddaka.
Yeah. Uddacha. So, and this restlessness, even somebody became anagami, non-returner, he has that this kind of restlessness, right? But he does not have remorse. What is that? Restlessness and remorse, because remorse means that you are regretting about the past mistakes over and over again, but you don't have past mistakes. But however, so the person anagami is still not purified his mind. He has the restlessness, right? If somebody became fully purified, he will destroy that restlessness as well. That even though we think it is a positive thing, it is not a positive thing, restlessness, right?
So the opposite of restlessness would be equilibrium or even-mindedness.
Yeah, I mean that
Calm.
there's no equilibrium for this one. It totally eradicated. So when your mind became that, yeah, you will be equanimous and you free from all kind of unwholesome things, right? Yes. Sorry. Oh, Kamaraga. Kamaraga and Ruparaga, Aruparaga. The last 4 forms. You know that all the 16 Brahma world is called form world, right? So you have the attachment to all these form worlds. That's why you will be born, somebody became Anagami, so he will be born into all the Brahma worlds, the 5 abodes, right? Few abodes, right? Abhiya, Tappa, Sudasa, Sudasi, Akanittaka. That's why you will be born. If it is not there, and you won't be born over there. But there's no possibility that you have destroy all the things at once, right? There are some existence. All these upper fetters are very weak. Therefore, they won't be born into any destinations, right? So they will exit from here, but they won't be born into other existence. At the interval, they will be attaining Parinibbana, right? Antara Parinibbana. Okay. All right. So
Bante, among the 10 fetters, so that means there is no virtue in there. So that is the very essence, right? So mean to say, if anybody, let's say, has missed out the virtue or the ethics, but then, however, they are able to perfect the lower fetters or all the fetters, they can still escape from um, reborn into lower destinations. Am I right?
no, actually, this virtue. Okay, that this is the fetters. These are fetters. This is the fetters we are binding to this world, right? In order to escape we have to destroy all these 10 fetters.
But there's no mention of any virtue in there, Bante.
So the virtue is coming that actually with the virtue you have to destroy all these things, right? It is essential that you have unshakable confidence. How the Sotapanna, the great qualities, let's say that when you take this, the first 3 things, somebody destroyed the first 3 things, he became Sotapanna or stream entrant. How he destroyed the Sotapanna, how he became Sotapanna? Unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
Okay,
and
so it covers
his
there.
virtues, right? He does not break the precepts. So these are the qualities when he develops it.
Okay.
These are the
Thank
things
you,
to that destroy, and somebody destroyed, he will have all these 4 qualities: unshakable confidence, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, his virtues, right? Okay, now any question about this one? Then I can go to Sutta.
So this factors apply to monks, though?
Monks?
Or lay people?
It is not only monks, not only lay people, everybody.
Everybody.
The Dhamma, even though Buddha said that, monks, because he is always surrounded by monks, right? That's why he preached to the monks. But it is for everyone. It is not the fetters for only for monks and not fetters for lay people.
I think the question always arises, when does one know that you have reached the Sotapanna level, that you have reached that condition? Is it, it could be conceit. I watch everything and I follow everything, so I'm Sotapanna. That's total conceit, right?
So
how is it determined that somebody has reached that level of Sotapanna?
So if somebody becomes Sotapanna, they will know everything is happening with the mindfulness, right? So everything is happening mindfulness, not without mindfully. So when you have that very easy things that somebody becomes Sotapanna, they establish for 8 noble path, right? So and think that whether you are when somebody establishes a noble path, is there any possibility you get cruelty feeling, right? You have right view, right intention. So you can understand yourself that because whether you are getting that, so you have that, or right speech, right action, right livelihood, right? So by observing that, it is that's why that it is going with all these very mindfully. You will understand, get the idea that what is that. Either you are getting what is the right view, right intention, that thought of renunciation, right? Whether you are getting the thought of renunciation or you are going to attachment, thought of non-ill will, thought of non-cruelty. So you can get the idea. Oh, what that is my mind is always which one? I'm totally eradicated all those things, right? Establish all those things. Everything's happening mindfully. Right.
On the right concentration, do we have to reach a certain jhana level to achieve
this one?
Yeah.
No, this is not.
Sotapanna.
No, Sotapanna, actually you don't have to. Buddha answered this one at the last time. You don't have to achieve any jhana, right? However, if you become Sotapanna, you come to the concentration. No, it doesn't mean fourth jhana. It doesn't connect with the fourth jhana. So even though that to become stream entrant, you don't have to complete go to jhana, because some people can go to jhana without destroying their unwholesome things, right? Some people they attain jhana, they will be born into Brahma world. Still they have defilements, right?
Have psychic power.
Yeah, there's psychic powers as well, right? That's why that even as a bodhisattva, because he had the psychic power, right? But he still not totally eradicated all the unwholesome things, right? So they from the jhana they can achieve that one, but however they are not eradicated all their unwholesome things, right? That's why that Buddha understood all these jhana, all those things is a sap wood. It's not hardwood, right? What is hardwood? Hardwood is understanding Dhamma, right? Buddha never praised that all these psychic powers. That's why he prohibited the monks to show the high psychic powers, right? So always that sutta, he explained that that's why what happened to Devadatta, because he had psychic powers initially, right? He because he deluded with his psychic powers, he thought he achieved everything. Right? It explains here. Now he has unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and he has that that he has swift wisdom and joyous wisdom, right? And in this very life, he dwells in the attainless liberation of mind. He attained liberation. Who is this one? And he won't be born. He won't be born into bad destinations, right? This is the enlightenment monk. So after that, Buddha is explaining here, Mahanama, some person possesses confirmed confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. He is one of joyous wisdom, sweet wisdom, yet he has not attained liberation. He is not liberated yet. Okay. And within the utter destruction of the 5 lower fetters. Now you know that already. What are the 5 lower fetters, right? What are they? Identity, doubt, wrong practices, ill will, and sensual desire, right? And he destroyed all the 5 lower fetters. With the utter destruction of 5 lower fetters, he has become one of the spontaneous birth due to attain Nibbana there without returning from that world. Anagami, right? So he is non-returner. He will be born into that 5 Brahma world over here: Atappa, Sudassa, Sudassi, Apanittaka, and he will be attaining Parinibbana over there. This person too, Mahanama, is freed from hell, animal realm, and domain of ghost, freed from plane of misery, the bad destination, the nether worlds. He won't be born into any 4 bad worlds. Okay, and okay, the second one, here Mahanama, some person possess confirmed confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. He is not one of joyous wisdom, not of fast wisdom, and he is not attain liberation with the utter destruction of 3 fetters. He destroyed 3 fetters, right? And with the diminution of greed, hatred, and delusion, he is a once returner. He will be coming back to this world only once. Who after coming back to this world only one more time, and he will be attaining Parinibbana after that. Will make an end to suffering. This person too, Mahanama, is freed from hell, animal world, domain of ghost, freed from plane of misery, bad destination, and nether world. Right? So he won't be born into bad destination too, right? Non-returner. Okay, here Mahanama, some person possesses confirmed confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. He is not one of joy wisdom and no sweet wisdom, and he is not attain liberation with the utter destruction of 3 fetters, right? He, you know what are 3 fetters he destroyed? Identity view, which is called Sakkaya Ditthi, doubt, Vicikiccha,
Wrong practices.
wrong practices, right? Silabbata, Paramasa. He is stream enterer, no longer bound to bad destination, fixed in destiny. And with enlightenment as his destiny, this person too, Mahanama, freed from hell, animal world, and ghost world, and plane of misery, right? He won't be born into bad destinations, any bad destination. He is entered. And here, Mahanama, some person does not possess. Now, here it is very important, okay? Some person, Mahanama, does not possess confirmed confidence in the Buddha. Now, all the previous persons, they had confirmed confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. But here, some person does not possess confirmed confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. He is not one of joyous wisdom, no of swift wisdom, and he has not attained liberation. However, he has these 5 things. What are the 5 things? The faculty of faith, right? Saddha, and the faculty of energy, virya, the faculty of mindfulness, sati, the faculty of concentration, the faculty of wisdom, right? Saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, prajna, which is called the internal faculties, right? Internal faculties, and the teaching proclaimed by the Tathagata are accepted by him after being pondered to a sufficient degree with wisdom. He knows that, understand, because by observing that the Buddha's teaching, he knows that Buddha was right, but he does not have come to, you know, that unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, right? And even Mahanama, this one who does not go to hell, animal world, domain of ghost, to plane of misery, the bad destination in the world. Who is this person? Is called Dhamma follower, Dhammanusari, right? So Dhammanusari, now somebody became Dhammanusari, Buddha explained, he won't die before he became stream entrant. Before he died, in a few minutes, he became stream entrant, right? There's no way to die without becoming stream entrant. Somebody became Dhammanusari, Dhamma follower. But he has that all these internal faculties started, right? Spiritual faculty started. Saddha, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Prajna. Okay. So this is, yes.
So that person would come back to the human world?
Yeah, he will be, before he is dead, he will be Sotapanna. So Sotapannas can be born into human world, not to bad worlds, right? He won't be born into bad worlds, right? Human world is a good destination, right? Okay, here then other one, here Mahanama, some person does not possess confirmed condition in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. He is not one of joyous wisdom, no of swift wisdom, and he has not attained liberation. However, he has these 5 things. Again, he has the faculty of faith, faculty of energy, faculty of mindfulness, faculty of concentration, faculty of wisdom. Saddha, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Prajna. He has the 5 spiritual faculties started, right? And he has sufficient faith in the Tathagata. You know that he is just small faith, right? But small faith in Tathagata, sufficient devotion to him. This person to Mahanama is one who does not go to hell, animal realm, or the domain of ghost, to the plane of misery, the bad destination, the netherworld. Yes. You cannot say that. You cannot say that, right? Maybe it is as soon as started, he achieved that level. This is one of the level. This is called faith follower, right? Saddhanusari, right? It doesn't, because you know that he knows that Buddha with a small wisdom, small faith. So Buddha's he'd like to follow that whatever Buddha is saying. The small amount of faith, right? But his faculties are started, right? All the spiritual faculties. All these spiritual faculties are the important thing to understand, that depend on the spiritual faculties. Either you've been which kind of Sotapanna, whether you are Sattakata Parama, who will be coming to 7 existence with Sotapanna, or Kolankola, once returner, or non-returner. Even non-returner, there are 5 levels, right? And Paribbana, right?
So after Buddha Parinibbana in this world, we have faith in Dhamma, we have faith in Buddha. So now Buddha is gone. So isn't it the same, Dhammanusari and Saddhanusari? We have faith in Dhamma.
Yeah, I mean that it doesn't mean that Buddha Buddha has to be alive. Even that Buddha said when he attained Parinibbana, you follow my Dhamma and my discipline. Same like that Buddha, right? His teaching is available. Even that Buddha attained Parinibbana, there were so many enlightened monks, right? Even in Sri Lanka, even after 500 years, there were so many enlightened monks. That means Buddha, his teaching is there, and his code of conduct is there. That means that that's what Buddha haven't nominated one person after the Buddha, right? He nominated Dhamma. Yes.
One day, the prerequisite to reach a higher destination is the knowledge of the 3 gems, right? The triple gem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. What about a person who has never heard of Dhamma?
Yeah.
Who is really a good person, let's see, in Schweitzer or Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa also.
Yeah.
What are their chances to go to a higher destination?
This is the way, right? So if somebody does good things, that they will be born into good destination with a good karma. But if somebody has the good karma, it doesn't mean that they are totally eradicated. So there are defilements, there are unwholesome things, right? That's why Buddha explained most of the heavenly beings, right? He took that some soil into fingernails. He showed that which one is greater, the soil in the entire earth or the soil in the fingernails. So all the monks said the soil in the fingernails is, is very small, entire grade, there are so many soil, so much of soil. And Buddha explained this amount of beings in the heavenly world will be born into heavenly world again, right? And most of them will be born into bad destination, either hell, animal world, ghost world, or asura world. Even that this amount of human will be born into human world. Okay, and it's very rare chance. Even we got. It's very rare. So therefore, it doesn't mean yes.
We never learn, or maybe there's no way to measure or to know our spiritual achievement.
Spiritual qualities.
They're waiting.
Only way to know that you know with mindfully when you became that stream entrance, right? So other way that Supreme Buddha could see that your spiritual faculties, he can say. No, only Supreme Buddha, not anyone else, not anywhere. No, even Devas cannot say, right? So only you, because you know that as per Dhamma, that's because you know means that you follow the Dhamma. So with the Dhamma, you know that is Dhamma is activating within you yourself, right? Think about that. That's the way that be mindful, and everything's when you think, you speak, you bodily action, and always put the Dhamma and see that this Dhamma is you are behaving, you are thinking, you are speaking according to Dhamma. If it is not, you are in the Dhamma, right? That's why start to protect the Dhamma within yourself, right? And sorry. Yeah, so that all these meditations is helpful, the mindfulness, that's why Buddha explained 4 foundations of mindfulness, right? And develop the contemplation of body, contemplation of feeling, contemplation of mind, contemplation of phenomenon, right? Even that's why we gave you 6 days meditation retreat to come and practice all these meditations, right? And that is a little bit of commercial, right?
One day, so the level of enlightenment, if a person can eliminate all the 10 fetters, they become arahant right away.
Yes, if somebody
It
can
doesn't
get it.
have to be like level 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, this is the way. So there's no bypass method. So if somebody is becoming even Buddha, we can become Buddha. He passed. He became Sotapanna, once returner, non-returner. He became enlightened.
So Buddha was like.
Yeah, Buddha was like that. That's what that because when Buddha became enlightened, he went really fast. They are following all these steps, right? Became enlightened. Okay. So then Supreme is explaining here, even if these great sal trees, the place Buddha was staying, that there was so many sal trees, Mahanama could understand what is well spoken and what is badly spoken. Then I would declare these great sal tree to be stream enterer, no longer bound to the nether world, right? And fixed in destination with enlightenment as their destination. How much more than Sarakānidasakyan? Because Sarakānidasakyan, Buddha said, he became stream entrant. Mahanama Sarakānidasakyan undertook the training at the time of his death. Because even though he couldn't practice the precepts in the beginning, at the end of that, he completed his all the precepts. Because he completed precepts, he gave up his that habits, and he was following precepts. Other people cannot see that, right? Only Buddha could see. So that only Buddha could see, right? Because he completed all these things, and he became stream entrant. So if he did not complete the precepts, he cannot be Sotapanna, right, Harry? If he is not virtuous, complete the virtues, he won't be Sotapanna because he completed the virtues and he can Then somebody became Sotapanna, he has the quality. Somebody became Sotapanna, he has the quality. Right? Unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and do not break.
At the time of his death, I mean, he could have been a bad person all his life, and then at the time of his death, he suddenly saw the light, or he goes into a better destination.
No, actually, there's some incident it happened because somebody who was the executioner for the king, that he killed 45 years old, he cut off his head. So he met Sariputta Bhante, right? All of a sudden he had he listened to Dhamma talk from Sariputta Bhante, he gave dana. So his good karma made him to be born in a good destination, right? Right. It changed his always that bad karma and good karma. So when you take the good karma, so it will more powerful than bad karma. See, think about that, the small amount. And Angulimala, he was killing, right? And he saw the Buddha and he went the path, he became enlightened, right? And without being enlightened, that the person, Sambadatika, he was born into heavenly world. Even though he was the execution of the king, 45 years. And last moment, Sariputta Bhante, he preached the Dhamma, he understood, and that he had the some confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. It's not unshakable confidence, but it's confidence, and give the dana. It's good karma, overcome by the bad karma, right? That's why. That if you have good karma, that is a piece of salt put into the small piece of glass water, it will be salty, right? So if you put the small piece of salt, if you put into the river or Ontario Lake won't be salty, right? Why? Because we have more good karma. So then he became Sotapanna. Sotapanna at the last moment. All right. So this is the sutta. And by understanding all those things, may all of us be fortunate to understand Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, any other questions you want to ask?
So the 5th precepts, you still have to fulfill, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I only ask that because my husband is sometimes I have thoughts of socializing. That's the problem.
Reobserve.
So, actually, the precepts is to follow, right? Not to break, right? So, if you have really, that means that if somebody has that really faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, we won't break any, because that even if you have a death or taking precepts, right? So if you do not follow the precepts, you have to die. You can break the precept, you can leave. So somebody has the faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Which one they will select? They will select the death than breaking the precepts. The Sakyans, that Viduddha came to kill Sakyans. Sakyans became Sotapanna. They came and took the sword to their head, asked that, are you Sakyans? Easily they could say no. They could save the life, but they said, we are Sakyans. Viduddha's person killed, but they did not lie. Right? Think about that. All these disciples, how they gave their life and they protect the precepts. Right? One time that that monks, they cannot trim the trees or remove that the creepers. So one time that one Bhante was under the root of a tree, he was meditating. So because he was that few days, that one of the creeper came and surrounded him, and he opened his eyes that he was surrounded by all these leaves, and he cannot cut. Next thing, he selected.
Historically, many people who at the time of death became arahant or went to a better destination. What does that really mean? Is the last thought that you have before passing in an accident or a normal death, if your last thought is that of Dhamma, does that put you in a direction to a better destination, or
yes,
does that have any effect other than your past life?
No, but if you are following the Dhamma, even the last moment you are thinking of the Dhamma, right? So you are practicing either, in meditation while you are dying. There's no way to be born into bad destination. Let's say somebody practiced this path of Dhamma, okay? So he became unconscious. What is the condition now? Buddha explained, but still he will be born into good destination, right? While he is there, he won't. All of a sudden, he cannot recall that Dhamma, but it will take some time. When he recalled, he can develop the Dhamma very fast. Or someone else from the heavenly world was practicing with him Dhamma, right? So remember, we went to Buddha Meditation Center, we were in the Dhamma class. They recall you, then that time you can develop the Dhamma very fast. Or sometimes, the Brahma world, sometimes, most of the 4 days, they come and give the Dhamma talk. That time you recall, oh, I follow Dhamma. That time you develop your Dhamma, right? Or sometimes monks, they come to heavenly world, right? Those who have psychic powers, they come to heavenly world, they preach Dhamma. That time you recall the Dhamma, you are following Dhamma in the human world, right? So you develop Dhamma, right? Even you follow Dhamma path. That's why Buddha said, if you follow the Dhamma, Dhamma will protect you, right? Buddha won't protect you, right? But Dhamma will protect you. Yes.
Okay. No, having said that, because the last thought could be attachment. For instance, Pandit Sita, who became above, because his last thought was attachment to his the role. So he was born as above, as a light.
Yeah.
The role.
Yeah.
Same Queen Manita. Because of the
yeah. There's some there because his last thought not with the Dhamma, right? Yeah. So
last thought of divorce or attachment, they will still go to the lower realm.
Yeah. So and lower realm that 7 days. 7 days. But 7 days, that's why. Yeah. So but he's not Sotapanna. He was not Sotapanna. Right.
If he had been sort of Pana, he wouldn't have.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So that there's monk who was attached to his robe. He was born as a bug, right? And because Buddha said, leave it 7 days. After 7 days, because of last thought, because his attachment, he was in 7 days. After that, he was born into heavenly world, Tusita heavenly world. Even the same thing with Mallika as well, because he had some problem with the dog, right? And he was born into bad destination. And after 7 days, he was born into business. They did that give them the protection practicing Dhamma? The Bhante was practicing Dhamma, right? So, but it gave him some protection because he could escape from that one as a bug, and he could, after 7 days, he could escape from that. But the danger is that, so that's why Buddha advised, and don't take it because all the enlightened monks, they are going to take the robe. If he, as a bug, he got angry, so this bad karma for him. That's why danger is that if you are born into bad destination, if you collected more bad karma, there's a possibility you will go to bad destination, right? So yeah. Karma is a very deep subject. Only Buddha can understand. We can say the things that whatever according to his teachings. All
Bante, I
right.
have a
So
question. Bante,
yes.
Bante, I need to clarify regarding faith follower and Dhamma follower. Bante, you may mention that faith Dhamma followers, they have faith in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, right? They have the spiritual faculty, especially faith is in there. But then, Bante, you mentioned that they do not have the confidence in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So my question is, what is the difference and how do you measure faith as against the confidence?
Right. So you know that the confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha you established, right? It's unshakable, but they don't have unshakable confidence. But they have some faith. Oh, Buddha is right? But whatever that there is, you know, that it is not still established. But they know that Buddha is right. But when they establish the unshakable confidence, that means they are Sotapanna. When you become Sotapanna, you have established unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. That's why here you are saying that, right? Because they does not possess confirmed confidence in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, but he has that, you know, he was sufficient faith, sufficient small amount of faith, right?
And the Dhamma follower. The Dhamma
Yeah.
follower has more faith, Bante, right?
Yeah, Dhamma follower, he knows
no
that
confidence.
sufficient degree with wisdom. From wisdom he knows that, right? But still, it is not established. It is not well established, unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
So, but how can you measure the established confidence? Is there
That is the, you know, that again, that's the Buddha's knowledge, right? We cannot measure, right? And you will know that when you follow the Dhamma path, you will know that I have, you know, that this kind of confidence, right? So by knowing that somebody became stream entrant, that's why they know that they have unshakable confidence, right? Let somebody, for example, somebody comments told and said to you, and so Buddha said this one, right? If you know the Dhamma, don't know Dhamma, or maybe, right? Or maybe that if you know Dhamma is strong, right? You never accept. For example, somebody, you know, that you know, that there was a person who was sick everywhere, his body everywhere, that he was that rash. He became Sotapanna that day. When he was going away, that Buddha said that he was Sotapanna, that to only understood Dhamma. And Sakka disguised himself and he said that I heard that you Buddha said praise you that can you say that I can give you so much of money? Can you say that even that there are, you know, that permanent thing in this world, right? What was his response? Don't try to tell me all those things. You know, someone who became Sotapanna, he went to his house after becoming Buddha, and Mara thought change his mind. He came that as a Buddha's face. He disguised himself that he appeared as a Buddha, and he told, even though I told that something is impermanent, there are some permanent things in this world, right? He asked question, there cannot be this Buddha, right? That because he established knowledge, there are impermanent conditioned things in this world. Then he asked that, are you Mara? He came to know. This kind of, you know, unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, right? Nobody can change. Nobody can trick.
Only Buddha knows.
No, I mean that somebody became Sotapanna, they know that.
They know.
Right? They know that I am, you know, they have that unshakable confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Right? If somebody, because if they have, because you know the Buddha, whatever they said, it was right. And therefore, nobody can come and tell that, okay, so even though Buddha said this one, this could be right too. Right? That's why all the two Sotapannas, they gave that, right? So
I think we knew it after we learn Dhamma, meditate, we're becoming a better person. We just don't tell people.
Oh, that's the virtue.
Yeah, so but practicing the Dhamma is the only way, right?
Practicing.
Practicing
But-
Dhamma.
Bante, I asked that question is because we don't have a kind of like a ceremony or anything wherein if you participate in that ceremony, that would prove that you have the full confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, right? We do not. Because, well, the Chinese has it, right? So if you know, there is a ceremony. Bante, there's a ceremony, okay? Wherein if you are fully devoted to Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, then you participate, and of course the monk is there, and then you show your full confidence. So that is different, right? So and there's that
Yes,
ceremony. In
basically.
fact, it's very formal and very solemn.
Yeah.
Now, Bante, is that I know we don't practice that, but then the Chinese Buddhism has that, which is very solemn. And does it give any weight in there? And of course, or does it become a wrong practice, Bante? I'm just wondering.
You know the Dhamma, you can decide.
Well, because the Chinese has more of those ceremonies.
Yeah, you know the Dhamma, you can decide, right?
Mhm.
That we have sometimes we have that Vesak festival here,
Oh,
right?
that's
So
different. Yes, Bante, that's
so
different.
and so that is different. So and
So if we have
it
the
doesn't mean
Chinese,
that if you say the festival that we can go to Vesak festival and you know that to develop that you observing you know that you see the Buddha statue and you enjoy it and develop your you know that good developing your good karma and all those kind of things.
yes, Bante, the Chinese Buddhists, they call it the Hui Yi. So if we have friends in there, so they may know Hui Yi, that's the name. So yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that's thank you, Bante.